We are all smiles today here on Shaw TV because myself and Rock and Rudy Gower are spending the day on the Midway at the Red River X. This takes me back to my childhood. As a kid, my mom and my aunt took my sister and my cousins and I to the Red River X. Every single year, we would get so excited that we would get a stomach ache. We would work ourselves up into a stomach ache. We were so excited. Now that was when it was back over, held over at the Polo Park area around the stadium, but these of course are the permanent Red River X grounds. You can see behind us the Midway, the rides. If you've never been before, and Rock and Rudy Gower has never been to the X before because he's a country boy, you've got to come. This is one of those experiences that is very, very Winnipeg summer. I'm now joined by Garth Rogerson, the CEO of the Red River X, to talk about this year's event. Of course, it goes until the 24th. We're so excited to have it open every year. It just means summer here in the city, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and I'm always very excited. You know, I love everything on a stick, so this is a great event for me. I love the food, the rides, the excitement, the people. It's just a lot of fun.
So new rides this year. I know that there's every year there's a new exciting ride that you debut. What is this year's awesome new ride?
Absolutely, right behind us, you can see at the end of the row is the Nitro, which is North America's largest traveling roller coaster. So we're very excited to debut that, and that is in addition to all the other rides. So we didn't take one away and bring that. No, we added that on.
Now, for people who have never been here before, it really is a very safe family kind of event, isn't it?
Absolutely. As you know, we have a zero tolerance policy to anybody behaving badly, so it's very safe. We've set it up for the family. It's very accessible too, wheelchairs, all that, absolutely welcome, and it's easy access everywhere.
All right, so tell us a little bit more that we need to know. If people are thinking of coming out to the X, what do they need to plan ahead for? What do they need to get ready before they're going to hit the grounds and have a really fun and awesome time?
Yeah, you know what? It depends on what your experience is. If you want to come and do riding, you know, I always say to people, come during the week if you're really a hardcore rider because it's less crowds, you know. But you can also buy the Midway Express Pass, which is this Express Access Pass here, and that gets you front of the line service. So if you want to come a little bit busier day, spend a little extra, then you get front of the line service. We're offering that new this year, but you know, we allow food and drinks to come in. So you know, you want to pack up the kids, put them in the wagon, load up some food and some snacks and some drinks and so forth, and come on in and have fun.
Why would you want to bring your own snacks and drinks when you can get ice cold root beer, you can get the pizza, you can get the corn dog, what else? The mini donuts. Really, you don't need to bring your own food. Deep fried Mars
and
bar.
Oreos and deep fried cheesecake.
I don't remember those from when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit new, but everything's deep fried, you know. No, we're trying to make it accessible, right? So families, if they don't want to spend a lot of money, they can. If you want to come and have the full experience, you know, that's great. But if you maybe a little nervous about the cost of it, we create a situation where you can actually some days come for free.
Now, not only is there food and games and rides, the actual exhibition portion goes on as well, and there are vendors, and there's a showcase of all sorts of people that have wares that you can buy and goods, and there's animals and the snakes, which we'll get to in a few moments here on the show. There's that whole portion of it as well.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we have multiple buildings. In Exhibition Place we opened a couple of years ago. That's full. We got the photo show, the art show. There's all kinds of different activities. Go for Health Expo is a huge thing for us. Lots of free giveaways in there, so you can come get a free helmet, a bike helmet, and a pedometer, and all different kinds of things. There's draws. You can go over to Discovery Place, which is a brand new building for us this year. There's llamas in there and sheeps, and there's dogs in there, and the Extreme Dog Show, and Touch the Farm. We have a brand new cattle tails. You actually can go into the equipment, and it's kind of cool experience to do that. Just lots to do as you move around the fairgrounds. So it's not just rides, you know, there's lots more other than that.
All right, so tell me before we go, what is your favorite thing at the X? What is your favorite thing?
You know, people ask for that, and I have a really hard time pinning that down because I love the food. You know, so I go around and I got to eat everything on a stick.
10 pounds heavier, there's Garth.
You know, actually I walk lots, so you know, I work it off, and I usually carry, I don't have my pedometer on right now, but I always have a pedometer, and I walk 25 to 30,000 steps a day, so that means I get to have a corn dog every day.
Good for you. That's a good way to count it out. Garth, thank you so much for your time. I will say my favorite thing is what's directly behind Rudy. From when I was a kid, it's the swings. It's that ride. It's not going right now, but that was my favorite thing as a kid. I don't know why, I just love the swings. We're going to see if we can get on there a little bit later on, but Garth, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Everybody remember the Red River X runs until the 24th of June.
I want a piggy.
So So when we're telling you about the things going on at the Red River X, we usually wouldn't tell you about the guest services booth as something exciting to see, but you might want to pop over there to meet this lady. This is Haley Shalepsky, and she is one of many South Africans who are here in Winnipeg as part of the Red River X, as part of a massive crew of you that travel around with all of the carnivals and fairs that go across North America, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us about this.
Well, there's a recruitment agency at home. It's called A Way to Explore. They recruit about 430 South Africans, and we all come out and we work for the fair. We enjoy it. We travel. We get to see different things. I don't know. I love it. It's amazing.
So you'll be in the guest services booth. People can come and chat with you and find you. Always look for the white shirt, and your duty is just to help out people who need help?
Yes, complaints, incidences, basically anything that happens around our park.
So there's many of you, and you do all kinds of different jobs. I know earlier in the show, Donovan was on a ride with me, and he's another young guy from South Africa. You're away from home for a long period of time.
Yes, about 9 months.
9 months. How is that?
I enjoy it. It's hard to be away from the family though, but you know what I mean? We love working out here. I love meeting new people. It's amazing. It's a different experience.
Well, it's one of those neat things that when you're walking around the grounds of the X, you probably, I think the people who come here wouldn't think about that, but obviously the crew members who are working here have to come from somewhere, and how many of them would you estimate are actually from Winnipeg or from the place that the fair is located at that time?
I would say that we have maybe about 50 locals, I would say, and about 130 South Africans, and then Americans about 50 as well.
So you landed in North America in March, and what cities have you been to so far?
We started out in Miami, Florida. We worked our way up through to Brooksville, Florida. Then it was Topeka, Kansas, St. Louis, Illinois. Where else have we been? We've been everywhere. Springfield, Massachusetts. We get to go and see New York as well. We've gone to Niagara Falls. We go to 4 different provinces in Canada. It's exciting, it really is.
Well, that's very cool, and just another side of the Red River X that maybe you didn't know about. Haley, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your stay in Winnipeg, and enjoy your time at the Red River X.
Thank you.
Well, another one of the, I don't know if I'll call it awesome or fantastic, maybe just downright scary things. Oh my God. That you're going to see at the Red River X are snakes, and that tail just touched me, and that was a legitimate fright. Kevin, Shane, and Brent are with us, and they're with Little Ray's Reptile Zoo. You said off camera, just make sure that they don't bite her.
Oh, I'm just teasing you, just having a little bit of fun with you, that's all. They haven't tried to bite anybody all day.
So you have, now you said these are just little guys.
Yeah, they're quite young. I mean, they're probably only about 2 years old so far. They're reticulated pythons. These are actually record holders for the longest species of snakes in the world. So that record's over 10 meters long. These are just little guys.
How big are the biggest snakes you have here at the X?
We have a couple here that are approximately 5 meters long.
Is everybody as afraid of snakes? Because this guy keeps touching me, his tail keeps coming to me, and I'll tell you what, is everybody as afraid as I am? Because this is creeping me out.
No, I mean, kids young and old love the exhibits that we do. We give them a really hands-on approach to our eco-education. They get to come up and touch these guys, pat them all the time. That being said, I mean, everybody's scared of something. Everybody has a fear, including myself. My fear just doesn't happen to be animals.
So you've got another one over here. This guy's really moving around, and he's going inside your shirt. What's going on there?
I don't know. He's just having a fun time. Must be nice and warm in there.
Wow. So this is would this be a sibling to this snake, or same deal?
They're related.
Okay. So where would people find you guys on the X grounds?
Came out a place in the new building just over here, just kind of on the way to the high divers.
And what else do you have in your exhibit?
Well, our exhibit is called Under the Canopy, so all animals of the rainforest from South America, Africa, Australia, Southeast Asia, and it's all different types of animals, and we're teaching people about what we can do to help save the rainforest at the same time.
All right, come check these guys out when you come on down to the Red River X, and yeah, you don't have to be scared of the snakes at all, even though I am. So let's, I think we're done now. Thank you.
My pleasure.